Hey everyone, this is Kapil Bhatia. Welcome to my channel Infinite Study. Students, today we are going to start new chapter of Python series, that is data visualization using PyPlot. So before starting this chapter, let's take the agenda of today class. In my today class, first we will discuss what is data visualization. Then after we will discuss how to use PyPlot of Matplotlib library. And then we will discuss how to creating charts with Matplotlib library's Python interface, and finally we will discuss how to customize the plot. Students, as we know, in today's era, every company wants to grow their business network all over the world. While collecting information of their business and make decision, it is very difficult to analyze the data manually. For that, data visualization is very useful for decision maker. So, data visualization is basically refers to the graphical or visual representation of information and data using the visual element like charts, graphs and maps, etc. Data visualization immensely useful in decision making. Data visualization unveils pattern, trends, correlation, etc. in data and thereby helps decision maker understand the meaning of data drive business decisions. Data visualization in Python, the Matplotlib library's Python interface is used. The Matplotlib is a Python library that provides many interfaces and functionality for 2D graphics similar to MATLAB in various forms. In short, you can call Matplotlib as high quality plotting library of Python. It provides both a very quick way to visualize data from Python and publication quality figure in many formats. The Matplotlib library offers many different name collection of methods. PyPlot is one such interface. So PyPlot is a collection of methods within Matplotlib which allows user to construct 2D plot easily and interactively. PyPlot essentially reproduces plotting functions and behavior of MATLAB. Now next topic is how to installing and importing Matplotlib library. Okay. So you shall learn to plot the data using PyPlot, but before that make sure that Matplotlib library is installed on your computer. So for using Matplotlib library, first you need to install it by using the pip command. For that, open command prompt as administrator and give the following command: pip install matplotlib. Okay. But remember that your system must be connected with internet. In order to use PyPlot on your computers for data visualization, you need to first import in your Python environment by issuing one of the following commands. Either you can use import matplotlib.pyplot or you can use import matplotlib.pyplot as pl. Here pl is alias of this command. Okay. So if you use alias name, then there is no need to write matplotlib.pyplot. Don't worry students, if you do not understand, I'll show you while taking practical session. Now let's discuss basics of simple plotting. Data visualization essentially means graphical representation of compiled data. Thus the graphs and charts are very effective tools for data visualization. You can create many different type of graphs and charts used in PyPlot, but we shall stick to just a few of them as per our syllabus. Some of commonly used chart types are: number 1 is line chart. A line chart or line graph is a type of chart which displays information as a series of data points called markers connected by a straight line segment. Second is bar chart. A bar chart or bar graph is a chart or graph that presents categorical data with rectangular bars with height or length proportional to the values that they represent. The bar can be plotted vertically or horizontally. And third one is pie chart. A pie chart is a circular statistical graphic which is divided into slices to illustrate numerical proportion. Now I am showing you how line chart, bar chart and pie chart looks like. Now here you can see line chart. This one is bar chart and this one is pie chart. Okay. Before starting practical session, let us now see which functions of PyPlot module do we need to learn to plot line chart, bar chart and pie chart. Here are the complete list of these functions. The first function is pyplot.plot, that is used to plot the points and line chart, pyplot.bar to plot bar chart, pyplot.py to plot pie chart, pyplot.xlabel to label x-axis of the chart, pyplot.ylabel to label y-axis of the chart, pyplot.title to give the title of a chart, and pyplot.show to display chart. Next is marker style. Here you can see the complete list of marker type of plotting. Now first is dot for point marker, comma for pixel marker, small o filled circle marker, plus sign for plus marker, small x for x marker, capital D diamond marker, small d for thin diamond marker, small s for square marker, small p pentagon marker, star for star marker, small h for hexagon 1 marker, capital H for hexagon 2 marker, 1 for try down marker, 2 for try up marker, 3 for try left marker, 4 for try right marker, small v for triangle down marker, caret sign for triangle up marker, less than sign for triangle left marker, greater than sign for triangle right marker, pipe sign for vertical line and underscore sign for horizontal line marker. Okay. Next is colors. Here you can see the color code. Small b for blue, default color, small m for magenta, G for green, small y for yellow, small r for red, small k for black, C for cyan and W for white. Let us now practically see how to plot chart to using these functions. The first function we have to cover is pyplot.plot. This function is used to plot the point and lines. To plot a point, the coordinates of the point here to be given as arguments to the function. For example, if I want to plot a point at 5, 3 coordinate, so first I need to import matplotlib.pyplot as pl. Then pl.plot to plot a point, and within this function we need to pass coordinate as argument. So 5, 3. So pl.plot 5, 3, this will plot a point at 5, 3. If we run this code, now it will not show any graph because plot function prepare graph internally. So when I run this code, as you can see, it will not show any graph. Okay. We have to write the command pl.show. If we run this code now, the output will be here, but we don't see any point in it. Actually, by default, a point is not visible on the graph unless a point style specifier is given as a third argument to the plot function. This point style specifier is a single character string. Various point style I already explained you in my previous slides. Okay, so for that, at third argument, I just pass a star. So here my point style is star. Now when I run this code, the output will be, now we can see the point as star at point 5, 3. Third argument can also be a 2-character string where first character string specify the point style and second character specify the color or vice versa. So by default color is blue. Suppose if I want to print the point style in color red, so here just I write star and R. Now when I run this code, you can see point color is red. Okay, so I hope you understand how to plot a point on chart. Let us now continue with the code and try to add more points at different coordinates. So for that, I just add pl.plot 1, 2 dk, pl.plot 2, 3 hr. Now we run this code to get the output in this code. We have called point function 3 times to plot 3 points, one call for 1 point. We can also plot multiple points by using single call function. This can be done by using 2 lists instead of 2 numbers as parameter. The first list specify the x coordinate of the points and second list specify the y coordinates of the points. Here is an example. Here we have to define 2 lists x and y. These lists combinedly refer to the 4 points. The output produced by this code is When I run this code, you can see the output. Now 1, 2, here you can see 1 of 2. Second plot is 2 of 4, here you can see 2 of 4. Third point is at 3 of 6 and fourth point is at 4 of 8. Okay, so here is a combination 1 of 2, 2 of 4, 3 of 6 and 4 of 8. The point is style of type diamond and color of the point is cyan. Okay, so I hope you understand the output of this code. If the plot function has only one list as the argument, then the argument list taken as y coordinates and x coordinate are taken as integer from 0 to length of list minus 1. So here is an example. Suppose if I remove x from here and try to run this code. Now here you can see in this function I just pass y. So the x coordinate is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So here 2 at 0 of 2, now 4 at 1 of 4, 6 at 2 of 6 and 8 at 3 of 8. So I hope you understand, if we pass only one argument into this function, so it will be taken as y coordinates. In place of list, we can also pass tuple as an argument into plot function. Here is an example. Suppose I convert x list into tuple and y also in tuple. And when I run this code, you will find the same output. Okay, I hope you understand. Charts can also be labeled. We use x label function, y label function and title function. Let us apply to this label to this code. In this code, before pl.show, I just add 3 lines. pl.xlabel, and in this function we just pass any string as argument. So suppose I just write x label. Next pl.ylabel. Here I am writing y label and pl.title. Now when I run this code, you can see the label of x is x label, the label of y is y label and the title of this chart is title. So I hope you understand how to add x label, y label and title. This way we have learned how to plot points using pyplot.plot function. Line charts are also plotted using plot function only. Let us see how. If the plot function used with 1 or 2 lists or tuples as parameter and no point style specifier like this, then plot function join consecutive points with lines to produce a line chart. Let us see as example. When I try to run this code, now you can see line chart. By default the line is a solid line, but we can change this style by specifying the line style specifier in the third arguments. Various line styles specifier are dash for solid line, this is the default line style, double dash, dashed line, colon, dotted line, dash dot line. Here is an example. Suppose in this code if I write pl.plot x, y, c double dash. When I run this code, you can see line style is dashed line. I hope you understand. We can also change the color. So suppose if I want to print the line in black color, so for that I just write K, and I also want to point the marker, suppose in diamond style. So here you can see D. When I run this code, you can see dashed line with diamond marker style. So I hope you understand how to draw a line with different style. We can also change, as I told you, dash dot for dash dot line and colon for dotted line. Okay. We can also draw multiple lines on same chart. So for that, now here I am writing y is equal to suppose 4, 6, 8, 10 and then we write pl dot plot x comma y comma, suppose I want to print line in color red, line style double dash, and marker style is x, small x. Okay, then I write y is equal to, suppose new value is 6, 8, 10, 12, and then pl dot plot x comma y. Now I want to print line color yellow, line style is dash dot, and marker style is hexagon. Okay, so when I run this code, you can see now here you can see the output. Okay, here X label, Y label and title are not compulsory, but I have used. Remember one thing, that the point style specifier without line style specifier will simply show the points and not the line. To show the point on the line, we have to give point style specifier along with the line style specifier as I used here. Okay, suppose if I only mention marker style without line style, so when I run this code, as I told you, without line style specifier will simply show the points, as you can see here. Okay, so I hope you understand all about line chart. Let us now move to bar charts. Bar function of pyplot module is used to plot bar charts. Bar function takes two lists as parameter. The first list describes the labels across the X label or X axis, and the second list describes the height of the bars according to the labels. The first list contains a string or numbers, but the second list must contains numbers only. So here I am showing you how to create a bar chart. Suppose I want to compare the marks of 5 students through bar chart. So for that, first I create a list of student name. Suppose student names are A, B, C, D and E. Okay. And marks are Y is equal to, suppose 90.8, 88.6, 98.4, 66.8 and 78.4. Okay. Now here I write pl dot bar. In place of plot, I am mentioning bar here. Okay, function name is bar x comma y. Now I change the label also. Suppose X label is name and Y label is marks, and here I am showing the scorecard. Now when I run this code, you can see output as, now here you can see name, marks, here you can see the name of student A, B, C, D, E, and here you can see the marks, and the title of the graph is scorecard. Okay, so I hope you understand how to simply create a bar graph. By default, all the bars in the bar chart are the same color, that is blue, which is the default color. But if we wish to give different colors to the bars, we can specify the keyword argument color, which specify the color of the different bars. So I am showing you, here you can see I am just writing color is equal to, suppose R comma G comma B K and Y. All the colors are mentioned in list. When I run this code, you can see output as, here you can see the output. Okay, you can also pass list as parameter. So for that, suppose I am writing here Z is equal to, and now here color is equal to Z. Okay, when I run this code, you will find the same output. You can also change the width of bar in a bar chart. Actually, by default, bar charts draw bars with equal width and having a default width of 0.8 units. on a bar chart. That is, all the bar have the width same as the default width, but you can specify a different width for all the bars of bar chart, and you can also specify different width of the different bars of a bar chart. So for example, if you want to change the width of each bar as width is equal to 0.4, when I run this code, you can see the output. Okay. If you want to specify different widths of different bar of a bar chart, then you can specify either a list or tuple as width is equal to suppose 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, 0.2 and 0.1. Now when I run this code, you can see the output as okay. So I hope you understand how we can change the width of each bar. You can also plot multiple data ranges on same bar chart, creating multiple bars. So for that, I'll show you how to create multiple bars on same bar chart. As you may have seen in cricket match, the runs of two teams are shown comparatively overwise. So for that, I just create a program so that you can better understand how it will show onto the screen. So for that, I just import one more library, NumPy as NP. Okay. Suppose it's a 5-over match. So here overs is equal to, here I am writing NP dot a range. A range is a function. So 1, 6. Actually it will return starting value 1 to n-1, that means 1 to 5, and create an array. Basically array is just like a list, but the difference between array and list is that array is a homogeneous data element. That means all the elements in an array must be of same type. Okay. Now suppose India team runs are in first over 10 run, second over 6, third over is medal, in fourth over 14 and fifth over let 7. And suppose in Australia first over 11, second over 2, third over 5, fourth over 18 and the fifth over is 0. Okay. Now PL dot bar, first I write overs, comma India. Okay. And the width of the bar is equal to 0.3 and color is equal to blue. Again PL dot bar, here overs, comma Australia, next width is equal to 0.3 and color is equal to red. And finally PL dot show. When I run this code, you can see the output. Here I am doing one mistake, I'll show you later. So as you can see here, both team runs are on same bar. Okay. If you want to change, so for Australia team runs, over will be shifted by the first bar thickness. So first bar thickness is, that means India bar thickness is 0.3. So here I just write overs plus 0.3. That means it will shift by 0.3 point. Okay. So when I run this code, you can see. Now you can see the output. Okay. You can also mention the label. So for that, suppose PL dot X label. Here I am mentioning overs. PL dot Y label runs. Now when I run this code, now here you can see overs and runs. Okay. You can also add legend. So for that, here you can see label is equal to India, and here label is equal to Australia, and PL dot legend. Now when I run this code, you can see, now here you can see India is showing blue color and Australia showing red color. So I hope you understand how to create multiple bar on same bar chart. You can also change the direction of bar from vertical to horizontal. So for that, here I am using bar H. In place of bar function, you can use bar H, and in place of width, while using bar H function, here you can use height. When I run this code, you can see the output as, now you can see, okay. So I hope you understand. Even you can change the color and the size, font size of this title. So for that, here you can use font size is equal to 20 and color is equal to magenta. So that's why I am writing M. When I run this code, you can see the output as, now here you can see font size increase, okay, and color is magenta. Now I hope you understand how to create bar chart. Next topic is pie chart. A pie chart is a circular statistical graphic which is divided into slices to illustrate the numerical proportion. Actually, a pie chart is used to show the parts of whole or often a percentage share. The pie plot interface offers pie function to creating a pie chart. Pie charts plots a single data range only. It will calculate the share of individual elements of the data range being plotted versus the whole of the data range. I will show you how to create a pie chart. As I told you, pie function plots a single data range only. So consider that 4 states have collected amount for PM Care Fund. To plot a pie chart from this data you can do. So for that, here first I create a country list. Suppose first state contribute 12 crore rupees, second contribute 5 crore, third state contribute 3 crore, and fourth state contribute 2 crore. Okay. So here I am writing pl.pie and then after font and pl.show. Now when I run this code, you can see, now here you can see the output, okay, but the shown chart is just incomplete. You cannot make out which slice belong to which state. So there must be a label next to the slice to make more readable and understandable. For this, you need to create a sequence containing to the labels and then specify the sequence as value for the labels arguments to the pie function. So for that, suppose I create a list states. That first state is UP, second state is MP, third state is AP, and fourth state is Delhi. In pie function, next argument is labels is equal to and states. Now when I run this code, now here you can see the output. Remember that first label is given to the first value, second label is given to second value, and so on. So here UP, first label given to first value, that means 12 crore, MP 5 crore, and so on. Okay. Now I am showing you some more keywords argument that we can use with pie function. First is auto PCT. Auto PCT specifies the format to display the percentage portion of each slice. Here 0.1f percentage specify that there should be one digit after the decimal and before decimal as many digits as needed. The 2% sign after 0.1f specifies that percentage sign should be shown along with the percentage. So when I run this code, you can see the output. Here you can see the percentage portion. So I hope you understand how to use auto PCT. If we wish, we can also separate one or more slice from the rest of the chart by using the explode keyword argument. Now I am showing you how to use explode keyword argument. Suppose here I am define a list and the elements of list are 0, 0, 0.1 and 0, and here I am using explode is equal to A. When I run this code, now here we observe that the third slice that is representing Andhra Pradesh contribution has been moved a little bit out. Here you can see the elements of list are 0, 0, 0.1 and 0. These values represent the distance by which the slice had been exploded. 0 means no explosion, a positive value away from the center, and the negative value means towards the center. Here we can use negative value also. So if I use negative 0.1 and run this code, now you can see the output, and I hope you understand how to use explode. We can also give the title to this chart by using the title function. So here I am using pl.title. Let PM relief fund. So when I run this code, you can see the title of this chart. Here you can see the title of this chart. Okay. We can also increase the font size and font color. So for that, here I am passing few more keyword argument, that is font size is equal to 20 and color is equal to suppose blue. So when I run this code, you can see the output. Now here you can see the output. Okay. So student, this way we have covered the concept of data visualization using PyPlot. I hope you understand all about data visualization. If there is any query, let me know. See you in my next class. Till then, take care and thanks for watching this video.